Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the 49ers going up against the Falcons. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. A few moments ago, it was Desmond Trufant of the Falcons making their way out of the tunnel to the delight of this sold-out crowd as his guys get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center. To the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Steps away. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Here we go now.
They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And now here's a carry heading left. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And it's third down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And here now the defensive starters for Atlanta.
Sometimes it's as simple as putting the player in the right position, and Vic Beasley has found that in Atlanta. A stand-up outside linebacker who has the ability to move up and down the line of scrimmage to find the right matchups for his speed and quickness so he can go get to the quarterback. 15.5 sacks in his second season, also forced 6 fumbles, and can be used as a spy at times against mobile quarterbacks.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 76 yards.
When you turn in good, consistent performances each and every week, you will rank in the top 10 in the league in receiving yards, and he's number 7 currently, hoping to move up as time goes on.
And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
When runners and catchers and quarterbacks, how about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. You know, the running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that. That's why they were able to get to him on it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs. They covered well. Allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. The Jets out to the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. For the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Second down, Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And incomplete here on 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Falcons send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff as they run left side. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. So we've reached the end of a fairly even first quarter of play. 0-0 our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they've got it here with a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, you know, that extra emphasis on it, got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The play fake. He'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Grady Jarrett in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be fourth down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along, or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They go play action here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Again, they'll run with Freeman. Shifts by him. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a 1st down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Solomon Thomas coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
The Falcons send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. This is brought in at the 21. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
No, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right? And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And they do finally get him at the 12. A big play there for the Niners. 51 yards on the ground. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And now here's a carry heading left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. So a tiptoe catch back in the end zone, so tough to do, but he made it look pretty easy.
Certainly did, and the back of the end zone is treated the same way as the sideline. You have to get your feet down in bounds for it to count as a catch. How about the backgrounds of some of these guys, though? Did they work on it? Maybe some of them were ballet, some dance, who knows?
Yeah, you and I were talking the other day. I remember one of my favorite kids shows growing up. I don't know that I want to name it, but guys like Lynn Swan, they used to be on there showing their ballet skill.
And you have to remember when they were kids and their parents would tell them to take the ballet classes, you know they were fighting them like crazy. But right now they're saying, thanks, Mom.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Point after try forthcoming. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And back onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Now Ryan. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Leonard Williams in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. On first down, Ryan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Solomon Thomas in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Now Ryan on second down. Looking for Hurns, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got it at the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looking to throw. And he's got it. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get to the highlights. The Falcons haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The 49ers have come in and looked good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. All right, let's roll the highlights. Now 1st and 10, Geddes is looking for room to run. He'll pick up more than 50 yards on the play. Later on the drive, middle of the field, the pass will be caught. And a quick 3-play drive ends with the score. The lead now at 17.
Okay, Larry, a fairly one-sided first half as we get set to go in the 2nd half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter. Ryan. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Leonard Williams in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Big hold of the 30. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That'll be a gain of 16. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting
and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now a handoff as they run left side. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now it's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle to Kittle. Complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll set up to throw, escaping the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now a handoff here to his running back. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And it's caught.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The offense on 3rd down, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
Back to throw here. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play action pass, you see the end result. Usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with.
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations. So it is harder to defend.
And that stretches the lead to 27. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the... Atlanta now coming out on the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Freeman again. And some room to roam now. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
That's so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He goes underneath to Freeman. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
Here's Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So the offense has it first and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
The defense helps the offense out there. Now 5 yards to go on first down. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I think I like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
First and 10, it's Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Ryan to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
In the red zone this time. They'll run here with Freeman. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be second and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'll be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
On third and goal, Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Second down following the run.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
All right, here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here we go now.
And now here's a carry heading left. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The Niners on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. Now back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. And it was the Eagles that wound up winners in that one. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Carson Wentz, 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way. So out come the Falcons now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get him with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. 2nd down now after the pass completion.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Now Ryan on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. The Falcons on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. One last shot for Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And the storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So for the 49ers, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.